depression, clinical depression, man, for the things that he had to go through for our people. Read on.
And we hid it as were our face from him.
We hid our faces from the Lord. Read on.
He was despised, and we esteem him not.
All right.
Surely he had borne our grief.
So he borne our afflictions and he borne our griefs. The sins of his whole nation was on him. Read on.
And carried our sorrows.
Right.
Yet we did esteem him stricken, smit of Yahweh,
Right.
and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgression.
What the Lord was?
But he was wounded for our
He
transgression.
was wounded for our sin, not the whole world's sins, but for the Jews' own. Read on.
Right. He was bruised for our iniquities.
Right.
The chastisement of peace was upon him.
So the Lord had to suffer to show us an example of what it means to actually suffer. Because if we suffer in this life, that means we get to reign with him as well. Right, read this in Romans 8:16. Does that answer your question? Read this.
This is Romans 8 and verse number 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Right.
And if the children, then heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him,
Right.
that we may also be glorified together.
So we have to suffer with Christ, so we have to be glorified together. And that he was made an example. Go to Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 10. He was made an example for our people and for our brothers right now that's going through hell, man. Right? You have a perfect example in the scriptures of what it means to actually go through hell. Right? In his lifetime, what Jake said, damn, my brother betrayed me. Right? He snaked me. Right? You go to court, he tell on you, man. The Lord had to do that. Judas did that to him, man.
Right.
We're going to have to go through that in that life. So the Lord, it was prophesied that had to happen so we can learn in this lifetime today. Go to John 16 and verse 33, Baba Kishal.
Hebrews chapter 2 verse 10. For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captains of their salvation perfect through suffering.
Through what?
Through suffering.
It's easy.
Through suffering.
Right? So the Lord said he was made captain of our salvation through suffering. You have to learn how to suffer. And the Lord had to be made an example for our people to learn how to suffer. Because the Lord walked the earth in the same flesh y'all did, man. It was perfect. Never hated his brother. Right? Never went off, man. And that's an perfect example. And the Lord already told you what our people have to go through. Read this in Matthew 10 and 36. Now read this.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 36.
Right.
And a man's foe.
And a what?
And a man's foe.
A man's enemies is going to be what?
Shall be they of his own household.
Shall be what?
Shall be they of his own household.
Look at your household right here, man. Your enemy's going to be there of your own households, man. You go into certain neighborhoods, they look at you as a nigga, even though you're the same people, man. And we hate each other, man. And they're going to look at you like that. But the Lord said that happened to the Lord, man. Right? A man's foes will be those of his own household. But you got to learn how to suffer in his life. Because the Lord said he overcame the world. Go to John 16 and 33.
It's the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace.
Right.
In the world ye shall have tribulation.
What the Lord say?
In the world ye shall have tribulation.
You might have tribulation.
In the world ye shall have tribulation.
The Lord said in the world you will have tribulation. Like, no, you're going to have tribulation. It's going to happen, man. But what the Lord say?
But be of good cheer.
Why the Lord say be of good cheer? Go to Romans 15 and 4. Right? Go to Isaiah, Jeremiah 6 and 16, Bible Kishah. Why the Lord say be happy? Read on.
I have overcome the world.
What the Lord say?
I have overcome the world.
You're going to go through hell as soon as you're born, but it's okay because I have a written example of how to live and move in this life. It's okay. Just read. Right? Just read my Bible verses, read my precepts. But does this world teach this? What they want you to think about NBA, LeBron James scoring all them damn points and trades to Suns and Mavs. They want you to think about that, man. Right? And then you see our people, they get high depressed rate, they killing them because they're not reading the Bible, man. The Lord said read, and guess what? I got you. I'm gonna show you this for an example. Right? What you got, King?
Romans chapter 15 verse 4. For whatsoever thing were written aforetime were written for our learning.
What?
Were written for our learning.
So now you found out that y'all the Jews according to the Bible, and that the Lord is a Jew too, and he went through sufferings in hell. Now we got to read the Bible to know how to live in this life, man. Right? The Lord said we got to keep the commandments to get to the kingdom of heaven. All right, read on.
That we through patience, that we through patience and comfort of Scripture might have hope.
Might have what?
Might have hope.
And we got to have hope, right? But we read this Bible to have hope. Read this in Revelation 1 and 3.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth. The Lord said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
Now, do y'all notice some of the things we got to keep that's written therein? for salvation? What are some of the things that we got to keep? Because sometimes our people just suffer because they're just disobedient. They don't listen to the Most High, right? They don't want to do what the Lord says. Yeah, some of our people are just going through different things because they don't listen to the Most High. They don't listen to the things that we got to keep therein. They don't know. That's why the Lord said we have to read, but we're here to teach you certain things as well. All right, so let's see some of the things we got to keep that's written therein for our salvation, so we can get out of America, man. Read this, King.
Luke chapter 10, verse 25. And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?
Imagine you seeing Jesus Christ right now, all right, and you ask him, how do I live forever? What did the Lord say?
And he said unto him, what is written in the law?
What is what?
What is written in the law?
So we have to go back to the laws of God. We have to go back to we have to go back to the Old Testament. We got to learn about some of these laws. Y'all know some of the laws of God? And it's okay. That's why your brothers is up here to help you, sister. All right, we up here to help you. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 8, man. All right, you hold Deuteronomy 22, verse 5, Bible Kashar. All right, you can hold the book of Exodus, Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31, and then Exodus chapter 31 and verse 13. All right, what you got?
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 8. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine. Because it divided the hoof.
You know what swine is? You know what swine is? It's an animal. You know,
Yeah, I know the swine.
what is swine?
It's like a long neck. It got a long neck.
It's a pig.
It's white. It's pure.
When you think of a swan, swine. Yeah, swine is SWINE. It's pork. So it's pork.
Right.
So the Lord said in the swine, yeah, pork. Yeah. So the Lord's gonna give certain directions for what's your nationality? Hispanic? Yeah. So the Lord's gonna give certain directions for our people about pork. All right, listen up. You know.
And the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet chew it not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
What are the ribs?
It is unclean unto you.
The Lord said we can eat ham.
It is unclean unto you.
So if y'all eating pork, bacon, ham, whatever. Huh? It's just an evil thing, right? It's not a good thing to eat, man. Right? The Lord said that would defile your body, man. Or that would defile your temple. Now, do y'all like fish? Yeah, we like fish too. You can eat fish, but you can't. The ocean's very big, right? More than land. You think we can eat anything that come out the ocean? Anything that come out the ocean. 70% of the earth is water, man. Or 75 or something like that. You think anything that's come out the water is good to eat? Nah. There's certain things you can't that's eating the water. There's certain things you can't eat. Now, right?
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. Verse 9. These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters.
Right.
All that have fins and scales shall ye eat.
So all fish that only have fins and scales you can eat. Those are clean fish, right? Salmon, right? Perch, cod, whitefish, red snapper. You can eat those fish. Those are clean fish. Read on.
And whatsoever have not fins and scales,
The Lord say.
and whatsoever have not fins and scales.
What certain fish has that doesn't have fins and scales? What would y'all say? That come out the waters. You said what?
Instead of bass.
A bass? No, that's fins and scales. Catfish. What about you, brother? What would you say?
I don't know.
Crab, right? Lobster. Well, yeah, our people like to eat those things, man. Yeah, catfish, right? Shrimp,
In the beginning, you're supposed to eat
mussels.
nuts and all that.
Yeah, clean fish. But you can't just eat bottom feeders. Literally, every body of water around America is polluted because they take the things that's out of the that's clean the waters out the waters and they serve it to you on Friday, Saturday night for $60 and $70. If it's a special, maybe $59.99. Right. That's what they do, man. The Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Gulf of Mexico, and Atlantic Ocean. You can't drink no water from it, man. Right? You're gonna get sick, man. Because the things that's supposed to clean the water, the bottom feeders, man, that catch all the poop and stuff from the top, from the real clean fish, you're eating it, man.
Right.
That's nasty. The Lord said you cannot do those things. So if you were doing those things, put it away, man. Right? If you love the Most High, man. That's one commandment. Right? Got two more for you. What you got? Exodus 31, right? Read this.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 31, verse 13.
Bring it up.
Speak thou also unto the children of Israel.
Real quick, who's the children of Israel for this brother here? Who's the children of Israel? Well, you got to say it loud. He can't hear you. All of us, right, brother? We are the children of Israel. Read on.
Saying, verily my
Say
Sabbath,
that too, brother. We the children of Israel. Read on.
verily my Sabbath, my Sabbath,
Right.
ye shall keep.
What the Lord say?
Ye shall keep.
You know what? You know about the Sabbath day, the day of rest. When's the Sabbath day?
Sixth day.
The 6th day or the 7th day?
6th day.
The 6th day? All right, go to Genesis 2:1. All right, let's see if it's the 6th day or the 7th day. All right, you got it? Kind of read that.
The book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse number 1.
Bring it up.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day,
On the 6th day.
and on the 7th day,
On the 7th day, brother. So it's on the 7th day. So you got 6 days to work and do what you got to do. All right, read on.
and on the 7th day, God ended all his work which he had made. And he rested on the 7th day.
What do you do?
And he rested on the 7th day.
So when the Lord said, keep my Sabbath, meaning on the 7th day, you have to rest. Stop working. Shut it down. Right? Just chill and get into my words and honor me. That's all you got to do. Right? Take a break from your labors you did from Sunday to Friday. Because Saturday is the 7th day. When you look at your calendar, Sunday, right, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday will be the 7th day. Right? So we got to keep God's Sabbath day by resting. Right? Read on from there.
For it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations.
That's how you know the Jews are the Jews, because no other nation was rested on the 7th day. These nations are, look at these nations. We're in America right now. Do you think our people are rested on the 7th day? They got H&M open, you got Subway open, right? You got people walking up around doing errands, doing what they got to do. Nobody's honoring the Most High, man. But this is for the sign between us and the Most High that we are his people. Read on.
That ye may know that I am the Lord that doth sanctify you.
Right.
Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore.
Oh, it's an option.
Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore.
Right.
For it is holy unto you.
Right.
Everyone that defileth it.
Right. Another word for defile is pollute. If you pollute God's Sabbath day, what's going to happen?
It shall surely be put to death.
Read that right.
It shall surely be put to death.
Right.
For whosoever doeth any work therein.
So if you do any work, the Lord said he'll kill you. The Lord said he will kill you, man. Now you got to think about this, man. When you think about our people in terms of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, what is the day that we die the most on? Shootouts, parties, guns, killing each other. It's always Friday night and Saturday night. Right? That's literally what our people, they come back with the, on Monday morning. I don't know what news report is in Philly, but they said dun dun dun, right? News report, right? So yeah, that's what they do. 70 people shot, right? 14 dead, and then the rest is wounded, man. Because they not keeping God's Sabbath day, man. Right? They out doing folly and madness and everything, all manner against the law. Right? We doing?
That soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Right.
6 days may work be
So
done.
the Lord's reminding our people 6 days may work be done. Read on.
But and the 7th is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord.
Right.
Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to
And
death.
the Lord said it again as a righteous father if you didn't hear him the first time. Hey, he's not playing around, man. Keep his Sabbath day. This is what we should be doing on the Sabbath day. Teaching our people that don't know about the Sabbath day. And then once you know about the Sabbath day and once you know some of the commandments, come on this side and you teach the rest of our people, man. Right? So we can get the hell up out of here. Now, what else can't you do on the Sabbath day? Read this, King.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them.
We can't buy it.
That we would not buy it of them.
H&M's open on Saturday.
That we would not buy it of them.
So can we buy on God's Sabbath day?
No.
Can we buy? Can we go and go shop real quick because it's clearance? It's a sale. Right? No, you can't, man. No buying on God's Sabbath day. Read on.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath, Salaki. That we would not buy it of them.
That's selling cookies. You can't have our people buy on the Sabbath day or sell, you know?
On the Sabbath or on the holy day. And that we will leave.
On that, right? So no buying or selling on God's Sabbath day, especially to God's people, man. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Because when you tell your people to keep God's commandments, you're now correcting your brother. Correction is love, man. But do our people like to be corrected? You can't tell our people what to do, right? I'm grown, I know what I'm doing. Get out of here, right? But the Lord said, when you correct your brother, if they going off, that's love, man. And the Lord, and I'm commanded, go to Zechariah 8 and 16, Baba Kishah, read this. In Leviticus.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So that's another commandment. You shouldn't hate your brother in your heart. And we got a flyer for you, sister. We got a flyer for you. Yeah, come on. Oh, you gave me a flyer? All praise to the Most High. So now, brother, you can come up here, brother. We're talking to you too, King. All right, brother, make sure you listen over there with the cookies, man. All right? The Lord said we can't hate our brother in our heart. Did that brother get a flyer too? I'll read this.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So we have, in any wise, we got to rebuke our neighbor. So if we see our neighbor going off or into sin, we have to say something about it. It doesn't matter how bad the truth hurts. Read on.
And not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
And no holding grudges against your own people. You know, something happened between you and Tay-Tay, y'all fell out 5 years ago, and you still holding that same grudge. It's gone, man. Move on with your life. Right? Think about the Most High. Come on, you can bring that out.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, and verse number 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Come on, verse 4. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
So the Lord said, faithful are the wounds of a friend, man. I mean, your friend gonna, he's telling you the truth. It's faithful. It may hurt, but he's telling you the truth. Right, read on.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceit.
Meaning your enemy ain't never gonna tell you the truth. They're always gonna tell you what you want to hear. It's like kisses. He's gonna butter you up with kisses, man, all day. A yes man, right? He know what you're doing is off, but he gonna tell you, hey man, look, you want to do that, go do it, man. You the man, right? He gonna get you destroyed, man. But a friend gonna be like, no, you're not doing that. Right? It's going off, man. And we up here to do that, man, to our people, man. The Lord said we gotta tell our people the truth according to the scriptures, and we're gonna give you the truth today. Go to Psalms chapter 119, 142. Can I read this, King?
Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16. Speak these things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor.
Read that again.
Zechariah chapter 8, verse 16. These are the things that ye shall do.
So these are the things that you shall do. Read on.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor.
What the Lord say?
Speak every man the truth to his neighbor.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Right? You are my neighbor. If you on the sign, you my neighbor, man. This is the house of Israel. That's right. All right, read on.
Execute judgment of truth and peace in your, Lord say, execute judgment of truth and peace in your gates. Verse 17. And let none of you imagine evil in your heart against his neighbor.
So going back to that grudge topic, right? You can't have an evil mind against your brother. You think about wicked things to do to his woman or whatever, man. Right? You gotta love your brother. Read on.
I love no false hope for all these things that I hate.
No, I love.
For all these things that I hate.
You know what the Lord hates? The Lord absolutely hates, man. And he's gonna hate the things if you're not doing these things, man. Right? The Lord hates you. Right? That's how the Lord gets down. Right? What you got, man?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. The Lord said the laws of God are the truth. So if I'm speaking truth to you, I have to give you the laws of God. Right? Meaning you gotta love your brother as you love yourself. Right? You can't eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. Right? You gotta keep the Sabbath day, which is when? It's today, right? All praises, right? Now, what do you have to have on your garment, on your shirts, man? Somebody go to Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. You already holding it? Now you go to Esther 8:15.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, and I'll start verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Who's the children of Israel? We are. Read on.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So we gotta have fringes in the border of our garments. When you look at every mighty brother up here, man, brothers got fringes on their shirts, man. Right? The fringes, man. Read on.
And that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
We gotta have a ribbon of blue throughout our generations, man. That means forever. Meaning, when you have a child, right, you gotta give him a baby shirt with some fringes on it, man. And when he grows up, you gotta have the fringes on it, man, because this is our custom. It's our heritage. Go to Sirach chapter 24 and verse 23, Bible Kashar. This is your heritage, man. We are literally giving you your heritage back, right, through the Spirit. We don't care.
And that they put upon their fringes a border of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe.
So, you know what's significant about the color blue? It's a royal color. Right? When you go into the ancient world, blue and purple and white, those are royal colors. Right? Let me show you something. Right? Go to Esther. What you holding? Esther 8:15. Read Esther 3 and 3 first, Bible Kashar. Right? So we're gonna read about a man named Mordecai in the Persian Empire, the Achaemenid Empire. right? He was a Jew from the tribe of Benjamin, man, but he was in slavery, but he rose his way up to the ranks, right, and got next to Xerxes the first, man, right, with his cousin Esther, who was also the queen. Read this.
Esther chapter 3 verse 3. Then the king's servant, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai,
Right.
why transgressest thou the king's
So
commandment?
he asked Mordecai, because he told everybody to bow and knee. Whenever I walk in, I want everybody to bow to me. And Mordecai said, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? Right? He said, why you transgress the king's commandment? Read on.
Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him,
Right.
and he hearkened it not unto them,
Right?
that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai matter would stand.
Right, so he said, all right, bring him before the king. Let's see if he's still going to say no. Read on.
For he had told them
What did Mordecai say?
that he was a Jew.
He was a what?
That he was a Jew.
So Mordecai was a Jew. And let's see how this Jew dressed. Go to Esther chapter 8 and verse 15. Let's see how he got down. Read on.
Esther chapter 8 verse 15. And Mordecai went out from the presence of the king.
So he went out from the presence of the king, man. Read on.
In royal apparel.
And what?
In royal apparel.
Skinny jeans and snapback.
In royal apparel.
Royal apparel. Now let's see what he had on. Read on.
Of blue and white.
Of what?
Of blue and white.
So the Lord commanded his nation to have blue on, man. Right? Because we are kings and priests on the earth, man. Right? That's what he commanded us to do. That's what he commanded us to be, man. Right? So go back to that Numbers real quick.
Numbers 15 and 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it,
Right.
and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
You forget.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord,
And remember all the commandments of God. Read on.
and do them.
And what?
And do them.
You listening, brother? Would you be a Hispanic? Hey, yeah, you in the tribe, right? Ephraim. The Lord said we got to remember all the commandments of the Lord, man. Right? This pertains to you too. Right, read on.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
And what?
And do them.
And do them, man. Right? Go to read.
Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 19. And it shall come to pass, if thou do all forget the Lord thy God.
What the Lord say?
If thou do all forget the Lord thy
God,
God.
the Lord just gave you certain directions on to remember what he said. But if you forget what the hell I just told you, and you walk off and do whatever the hell you want to do, what's going to happen?
And walk after other gods and serve them and worship them, I testify against you.
What the Lord say?
I testify against
It's
you.
like a black dad saying, look, I'm telling you the truth. Verily, right now, I'm going to let you know something. Read on.
I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish.
What the Lord say?
That ye shall surely perish.
And you will surely die. Don't play with me. That's what the Lord just said. Right? Keep playing with me if you want to. Right? I just told you these commandments. I gave you your heritage back. You're not a nigga in America no more. You're actually a royal man. You're a Jew according to the scriptures. Here's my law so you can get salvation. But play with me if you want to. Right? That's what the Lord said. Right? I'm just reading the words. Read on.
Verse 20. As a nation which the Lord destroyed before your face, so shall ye perish. Because ye would not be obedient.
The Lord said,
Because ye would not be obedient.
because you wouldn't be obedient. You understand that, brother? All right, come. So we actually got a flyer for you, man. But for you to get that flyer, you gotta answer 3 questions. All right, what's your nationality? That you just learned.
Then I'm just learning. Then I would have said African American, but now I look at myself as
Israelite, all praises to the Most High, man.
Right.
Bonus question, from which tribe? Judah, all praises, man. And what are 3 commandments that we gotta keep?
one is keeping the Sabbath.
Okay.
I just remember the other 2.
Okay. So what do we have to have on our shirts?
French.
The fringes, right? You can go to Amazon, Etsy, chosenwear.com.
That's right, because I already put something in the cart.
You did? All praise to the Most High, man. Taking them righteous steps forward, man. All right, go to Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 16, all praises. And then what, can we eat pork? No, you can't eat no pork. What about crab and lobster? No, what if your grandmother said, baby, I just came back from the Atlantic Ocean and I've been slaving 12 hours for this crab and I slow roasted it for you. And she give it to you on a silver platter. What you gonna do? You say you don't deny it, all praises. Grandma ain't eating that, man. Right, it's going off, man. Right, so read what you got.
I tell you the honest way, I used to eat crab and shrimp and everything like that, but
Right.
it's like after a while, like the taste of it wasn't there.
It's not supposed to be there in the first place, man. That's nasty, man, when you really think about it. And when you really think about the specimen of the crab. Right? Hey, brother. King, what's your name? Miguel. So we just told him 3 commandments, right? No shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. keep the Sabbath day, which is today, right, and have the fringes on as an Israelite from the tribe of Judah and tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
And we're going to give you another commandment. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Baba Kasha. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 18. Baba Kasha. Right? Another commandment. Huh? Why? This is an unclean animal. Yeah, it's good to your flesh, but it's unclean for you, man. Not everything that's good for you is good for you, man. Right? That pork is not good at all, man. It eats when you look on when you talk to a farmer, that pig eats up the slop of the ground, man. Right? Pigs eat other dead carcasses, man. They're nasty. That's why the Lord said you can't eat them. You're an Israelite. Yeah, they're ocean roaches like shrimp, crab, lobster. They may taste good with the damn lemon sauce, but they're also eating the poop from the bottom of the ocean. That's why you gotta devein the shrimp. You gotta clean out the poop of the shrimp. You're not supposed to eat that, man. The Lord created all things. I think you would know what we should eat or not, right? So we're not eating those things as God's holy people. Now, these other nations can do what they want to do, but the Lord is only talking to his chosen, which is us. I'll read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
Another commandment for you.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So we are the temple of God. So the things that we just named defiles your temple. All right, read on.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. If any man defile the temple of God,
If any man pollute the temple of God, what are some ways to pollute your temple? Smoking, right? All right, what else? Eating unclean things, touching unclean things, doing unclean things, tattoos, as the brother said, right? Leviticus 19:27 on down. Right, read on.
if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
What the Lord say?
Him shall God destroy.
So the Lord said, if you defile your temple by smoking, tattoos, eating unclean things, and touching unclean things, the Lord's gonna kill you. You hear that, brother? You hear that? The Lord will kill you if you defile your temple. Why? Because your body doesn't belong to you. Right? Go to 1 Corinthians 6 and verse 18.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse number 18. Verse 19. What? Slaki, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit,
Right.
which is in you, which ye have of God,
Right, which you have what?
which ye have of God,
Have of the Most High, you know?
and ye are not your own.
You are what?
And ye are not your own.
You don't belong to yourself. My body, my choice. How? You didn't even form yourself in the womb. That don't even make sense, man. You don't belong to the. You belong to the Most High. You don't belong to yourself. Right, we doing?
And ye are not your own,
Right.
for ye are bought with a price.
What does that mean? You're bought with the price. Meaning a man had to walk the earth, right, and get and be and suffer, get crucified just for you to stand up here right now. You don't belong to you, man. Right? We doing?
For ye are bought with a price.
Right.
Therefore, glorify God
Right.
in your body and in your spirit,
Which are what?
which are God.
Which are themselves.
Which are God.
So your body belongs to the Most High. So, brother, I know this cigarette just disappeared, but I want it got to be in the garbage, man. It got to be, brother. We exhort you to throw those things away. Throw it in the street or something, man. Stomp on it. Throw it in the garbage, man.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Take that pack of Newports out and throw it in the dumpster where it belongs.
Come on, brother.
The Lord not dealing with that, brother. Come on, you're an Israelite. You know you from the tribe of Ephraim. It's a stronghold. Go to Romans chapter 6 and verse 11. It's a stronghold. We know, brother. But you got to get rid of that demon. And you can't be a servant to sin. You got to be servant to the Most High. All right, read what you got.
Romans chapter 6, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Likewise, reckon ye also yourself to be dead indeed unto sin.
To do what?
To be dead indeed unto
So the
sin.
Lord said, moving forward, you got to be dead to cigarettes. So when somebody asks you want to smoke, like, nah, it's dead. It's over with. I'm done with that. I'm a new man. I'm a changed person. I used to be a Puerto Rican or black man. Now I am a Judite and an Ephraimite, man, from the lost tribes of Israel. Man. That's who I am. Right? You gotta move differently. You can't still be a king doing the same things you used to do, man. Right, read on.
To be dead indeed unto sin, but alive unto God.
Right.
Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Verse 12. Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body.
What the Lord say about smoke?
Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body.
You go to Job 11 and 14, Baba Kasha. The Lord said, don't let sin reign there. Brother, you really listening? You can't let this reign in your mortal body. Got to put that off, okay, brother? All right? We exhort you to do it today, but we know, brother, you got to take some steps, but you got to get rid of that thing nonetheless. Read this.
It's the book of Job, chapter 11, verse 14. If iniquity be in thine hand,
What the Lord said?
if iniquity be in thine hand,
So if sin is in your hand, brother, Miguel, if sin is in your hand, read on.
put it
far away.
What the Lord say?
Put it far away.
You gotta do with the cigarette?
Put it far away.
Brother, put them cigarettes in the garbage can. I'll charge you, brother. Because we want your soul to be saved. Do you want your soul to be saved? You want to get out of here? Yeah, right? Yeah. You know you do. I'm tired of this place, man. I'm tired of this damn oppression, man. Right? Go to Ecclesiastes 7:7. You say you got a precept? Can I read that, King?
This is 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature.
What the Lord say?
He is a new creature.
Brother, you gotta be a new creature, man. You gotta be a new creature. A new creature means doing new things, being changed, conformed. You know?
He is a new creature. Old things are passed away.
What the Lord say?
Old things are passed away.
Well, that's an old thing, man. What they say, I elevated, man. Right? I'm not the same person you seen 4 years ago. I'm not him. Right? Nice to meet you. Right? Well, no, I know you because you used to be back. No, that's not me no more, bro. I don't even know you. What's your name again? Right? That's how you gotta be in the spirit, man. Right? You know?
It says, Slocky. It says, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
All what?
And all things become new.
All things are gonna become new. You understand that? All things are become new. Elder, you watch that man for the time. Water. Right? And all things are gonna become new, man. Right? What you got? Right? Cause yeah, we tired of this oppression, man. I want to get out of here, but the more we sin, the more we contribute to our captivity. The more we contribute to being under these people, man. Right? Walking up and down in Babylon the Great, like Russia not gonna throw a Satan 2 missile over here in the next couple of days, man.
Right?
So like nothing's happening. Right? You see that? Read on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
So oppression makes us mad out here, man. I'm tired of being oppressed in this captivity, man.
Right.
I'm tired of calling on the so-called white man for help, and they just look at you, man. Right? If you go to Lamentations 4:17, Bible sir. Read on.
And the gift destroyeth the heart.
And that's what they'll try to do. They try to give you gifts, stimulus checks, bonuses for taking the damn vaccine, man. Right? It destroys your heart. But we tired of this captivity too. We're trying to get up out of here. Right? The Lord said there's some standing here that would not taste of death. Right? You go to Matthew chapter 16, verse 28. Can you read what you got?
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed us for our vain help.
What?
For our vain help.
For our vain help. It's a vain thing. Man. Brother, you can go to Psalm chapter 33 verse 3, right? Vain help, meaning they're not really helping you. They think you, they make you think that they're helping you. They're not helping you. You know?
Psalm 33.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
What say when we depend on the white man?
For we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
We, as a people, we watch for a nation that can't save us. Man.
That's right.
Right? That's what we do, man. We look to other people, right? We disregard our own natural features and we try to look like the so-called white man because we think they're gonna help us, right? Right? I guarantee you, she didn't come out the womb like that. $5. She did not come out the womb with blonde hair, man. Right? It would be a miracle from Yahweh Shem Yahshua if you did. But I don't think that happened, man. Right? I don't think that happened, man. Read on.
Says they hunt our steps.
Hey, what they do?
They hunt our steps.
Hunt our steps. Every step you make, that so-called white man make, man. They watching you, man. Right? They making sure that you stay a nigga in America, man. They covering all their tracks and boundaries, man. Read on.
That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near.
What the Lord say?
Our end is near.
Right?
Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Right. And guess what, man? The end of the so-called white man is gonna come, and we're gonna get up out of this place, man. Right? Huh? Who said anything to her, man? You see how the so-called white man makes everything about them?
Right.
We teaching you.
Right.
And she talking about I teach at the. We don't give a damn where you teach.
That's right.
You ain't no damn teacher, man.
That's right.
Right? And that's why your America's local enemy is gonna come nuke you, man.
That's
your empire's
right.
gonna fall. I'm a teacher at this. Nobody give a damn, man. We teachers, man.
Right.
We the real teachers,
That's
man.
right.
Go to Nehemiah chapter 8 verse 8, man.
You know.
Talking about teacher at Philadelphia school, man. Why I feel sorry for you, man? Right? Read what you got, man. Nehemiah 8 and 8. No, you got it.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse number 8. And it reads, so they read in the book of the law of God distinctly and gave the sense.
And did what?
And gave the sense.
Your true teachers are up here. She's not a damn teacher, man. Teacher of wickedness and lies and deceivingness. Right? Go to Job chapter 12. Go to Job chapter 18 and verse 5, man. Lies and deceitfulness, man. We the real teachers, man.
how are people been impressed with bad things that we don't been through, but they never thought about the good things that we're writing.
They're not going to. They're not going to at all. They said black people are lazy when we built up the whole damn country, man.
That's right.
How? All right, adios, Miguel. And throw away the cigarettes, man. Right, you laughing, but it's not funny, man, because the Lord said I'm going to laugh at him in that day. Go to Psalms 37:13, man, Baba Shah. I don't think he got a fine. I think he just kind of got up out of there, man. Come on. Oh, he said he got it. Come on, read this guy. Psalms 37:13. He kind of laughed. He chuckled. He said that sin has so much of a stronghold on him, and he doesn't even think it's possible to throw away them cigarettes, man. He thinks it's laughable, man. But this is not a laughing matter, man. This is life or death up here. Where don't you?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him.
What the Lord said?
The Lord shall laugh at him.
In the end of the day, right, when the curtains close and midnight rolls around, the Lord gonna have the last laugh, man. The Lord gonna have the last chuckle on the throne. Read on.
For he seeth that his day is coming.
What the Lord say?
For he seeth that his day is coming.
Miguel can't see his days is coming, man. All he can do is think about is today. He can think about tomorrow, but he doesn't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, man. But the Lord said, I see that your days is coming, man. Right? And there's some people that may remain in the grave, or the Lord may have mercy, man. Only the Lord can tell. All right, what you got? Come on, read that. So-called white man, man. Always trying to make something fucked up. Who the hell said anything to her, man? She said, she stopped and said, say something. What do you want, man? Get out of here. Skedaddle. All right, read on.
Job chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall,
What the Lord said?
the light of the wicked shall be put out.
Right.
And the sport of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle.
Right, the Lord said their light is going to be dark in their tabernacle, man. Like, you know, for example, excuse me, man. What's your nationality? Italian? So we encourage her to smoke more cigarettes, man. We need you to buy another pack of cigarettes. Yeah, please. Buy 2 more. 3 more. 4 more. 7 more, man. Right? Right, yeah. And keep it from around the kids, man. Right? Yeah, you see that? Yeah, go to the bathroom. We're outside because they're Israelites. Yeah, please.
You know, that's crazy because y'all never work for it.
Yeah.
I do like delivery in our neighborhood and I go out on state neighborhood.
Right.
When I was smoking some cigarettes,
Uh-huh.
I would wait until I get out of the county. Smoke the cigarettes. I'm not going to pollute the air that my people, man.
Right.
Be out there.
Right. And
That's
even,
what they doing.
right, and even in your sense of ignorance of the truth, you still have some type of love to each brother, man. But now we got to show that to ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? But sure, yeah, we encourage her to do that, man, right? Read this, because the Lord says it's going to be dark in her tabernacle anyway. Right, read on.
Job chapter 18, verse 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The step of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Verse 8. For he's cast into a net by his own feet.
He's cast into his net by his own feet. Right? They promote these cigarettes and these different drugs on our people, man. Right? They promote the different opioids and whatever's on our people. But what the hell happened to them? Right? They're so damn big. They lay a trap. They walk 3 times in a circle like a dog and fall in their own trap, man. Right? Now they hooked on opioids, man. Now they hooked on drugs, man. That was meant to destroy our people, man.
That's right.
See that? You know? They turn Jake against each other in the hood, and you look up, and they fight each other on a world basis, man. Sending balloons over here and all types of right? Sending different things over here, man. Shooting it down, fighting each other, man. You know?
For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh up in a snare. Verse 9. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him.
The robber are gonna prevail against him. And we just got off the call, right? And hey, guess what the Lord said about robbing people, man? Right? Can somebody go to Ezekiel 39 and verse 10? Right? Can you go to Jeremiah 31 and verse 17? Because, brother, there's hope. The reason why we come out here and teach our people, because there's hope, man. Right? There's hope. Yeah, there's hope for our people, man. All right? All right, Con, you just want to get that first. Yeah, hold that. We want to get the book. What I just called? What you got? Yeah, 31:17. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 17. And there is hope in thine end.
The Lord said,
And there is hope in thine end.
The Lord said there's hope in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans' end. America's not the last stop for our people, man.
Right.
2nd Ezra 7:42, the day of doom shall be that time, man. Right, read on.
So lucky. And there is hope in thy end. Saith Yahweh, saith Yahweh, that thy children shall come again to their own born.
And I know we're going to come back to the land of Israel. We're not gonna stay in America forever, man.
That's right.
There's hope that we gonna get back to Jerusalem, man.
That's right.
That city built upon the mountain, man. That's very beautiful to look upon. Psalms 48:2, man.
Right.
There's hope in thine end. But there's no hope for these people, man.
That's right.
There's literally no hope for them, man. All right, read that Ezekiel 39:10 right
This
there.
is Ezekiel 39 and verse number 10.
Bring it out.
So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest. For they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoil them.
Right.
So we're gonna spoil those that spoil them. You know?
And rob those.
And what?
And rob those.
And what?
And rob those that rob them.
That what?
That rob them.
So the Lord said we got to take back everything by force. What do you think about when you think of a robber? Kicking in your door, ski mask, people coming from all entrances, right? Coming in through the window with the damn rope somewhere, man. Your TV's being excluded out of your house.
Right.
Everybody jumping, hitting the floor. Please don't hurt me, right? The Lord said we're going to rob those that rob them. So if you're not a black, Hispanic, and Native American, your day is coming, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Right.
And we patiently waiting, as it says in Revelation 13 and verse 10, man. Rob those that rob them. What you got, King? Can I read that?
Zechariah chapter 14 verse 1.
Yeah.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh.
What the Lord say?
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh.
The day of Yahweh is coming, man. You know? So yeah, drink and eat and do what y'all gotta do and oppress our people a little bit more, man. Because the Lord said them tables gonna turn real
That's
quick.
right.
Man. You know?
And thy spoil shall be divided in the midst thereof.
The Lord said their treasure's gonna be divided in the midst thereof. Brothers gonna be like, oh, you got that. You want that gold chain? Ah, you get that gold chain, but I need that right there. Let me grab that real quick. Right? We're gonna be dividing the spoil in the midst of them, man. Right? In the midst of who? Our enemies. Right, you know?
Verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle,
Right.
and the city shall be taken.
No, we're gonna ask for their cities.
And the city shall be
The
taken,
Lord said we're gonna grab up their cities, man. Right, we know?
and the houses raveled,
Right.
and the women ravished.
Right.
And half of the city shall go forth into captivity.
You know what they did to our women? You know what they did to our women? Raped them. What else? Cutting the babies out, sewing it up with cats. That's what they did to our sisters, man. Go to 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse number 9, man. Like, let's get an account of what they did to our women, man.
I'm there.
All right?
I'm there.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 9.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse number 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death.
Right.
Then might a man have seen the present misery.
Right.
For there were two women brought.
For there what?
For there were two women brought
Two sisters brought, you know?
who had circumcised their children,
Right, because it's in our customs to circumcise our children, man. Right, we know?
whom then they had openly led round about the city.
Right, they openly led the women round about the city with what?
The babes hanged at their breasts. They cast them down headlong.
They did what?
They cast them down headlong from the wall.
Imagine having an umbilical cord around your neck from the woman in that baby. Rip them from the umbilical cord. They throw them off a damn cliff, man. And what did they do to our women? What did they make them do after that? Let's stop there. We don't.
And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly.
Right, so we have to keep the Sabbath day, but others, you know, women, children, families, they said, no, we're gonna keep the Sabbath day. We don't, this is during the time of the Grecian Empire. We learned about Alexander the Great, but we need to learn about what our people was doing there, man. We was oppressed again, man. You know?
Being discovered to Philip, we're all burnt together.
We're all what?
We're all burnt together.
To our women?
We're all burnt
So
together.
let's go back to that Zechariah 14. Let's read about the day of us robbing them and doing what we gotta do to them, man. You know?
Zechariah chapter 14 verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses raveled,
Right.
and the women ravished,
Right.
and half of the city shall go forth into captivity,
Right.
and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Verse 3. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations.
And do what?
And fight against those nations.
What we waiting for?
And fight against those nations. As when he fought in the day of battle.
And we waiting for the Lord to come and fight against those nations, man. Right? Go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, man. Go to, come on, read this thing.
And it's the book
of Zechariah 14 and 14.
Right, yeah.
And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem.
What the Lord say?
And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem.
The Lord said, brother, get your mind ready for battle, man.
Right.
Get your spirit prepared for war. You're in war right now, man. The Lord needs you to have a mentality as a warrior before we actually go to war against these nations, man.
Right.
And Jake, get out and get you an Eve, man.
That's right.
She has his mind. Prison,
Yeah.
right? You know?
And the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together. Shall be what? Shall be gathered
I'm
together.
gonna take their heathen, take the heathen and their wealth round about, and it's gonna be gathered together to one big pile, man.
Right.
You know?
Gold and silver. The Lord say, gold and silver.
King David, King Solomon's shields and gold and King Solomon's lions that he had on each side of his throne. Where are they at, man?
Right.
Where are they at? They somewhere damn near on the earth somewhere, man. All them gold bars that Queen Elizabeth has in her backyard, that don't belong to her, man.
Right.
That damn, what is that, $30 million diamond that she has in her crown, that don't belong to her, man.
right. That's right.
The Lord said we're gonna snatch that diamond off her damn crown, man.
Right.
Right? Only they do it so she fall over and break her neck, man.
Right.
You know?
Gold and silver and apparel and great abundance.
And what?
And great abundance.
And great abundance, man. We're gonna be taking from these heathens, right?
Right.
Walking up and down with their damn special cashmere scarves and
Right,
drinking
right.
off that damn $12.99 damn coffee, man. Drinking everything straight, man. But the Lord said we're gonna rip them glasses off her head one
That's
day.
right.
Man. And we're gonna break it. Right? And make her make it and put it back together again.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Read this, King.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 16. Right. Yeah. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Shall what? Shall be devoured.
I said, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, man. Right? What it look like when Jake devoured some chicken, man? Get off a good 2-day fast. Right? He opened up that damn chicken smelling good. He not eating the chicken. He devouring that damn chicken, man. You know?
All they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them,
Some of them.
every one of
The
them,
Lord said every one of them. Right? You know?
shall go into captivity.
Shall what?
Shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
The Lord said these tables gonna turn, man.
Ah.
Right? And that's what we waiting for at the end of the day, man. We gotta have patience, man. Right? Patience is what we need because the Lord said that day surely will come, man. Right? Read that Revelation 13:10.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right? The Lord said the nation of people that leads our people into slavery have to go into slavery. You know?
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So-called white man did that, man, and all these other nations as well. You know?
Here is the patience.
The Lord say,
Here is the patience of the faith of the saints.
and we patiently waiting for that, man. That two-edged sword, man. Go to Psalm chapter 148, verse 14. That two-edged sword we waiting for, man. Right? Lord willing, I get to see that. Right? Lord willing, I'll get to be a part of that, man. Right? Go to the book of Tobit, Bible. You got a precept? Can you hold that? Go to the book of Tobit and go to the last chapter and the last verse, man. What? Oh, yeah, read that. No, Proverbs 20 and 22.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 22. And it reads, say not thou, I will recompense
So
evil.
the Lord said, don't say I'm going to get paid back. You got Jake right now trying to get guns right now, trying to fight the so-called white man, he going to win. It's not going to happen, man. They have things that you have never seen before. Right, Jake? You will lose that fight. Right? No army goes to war without their general, man. Right, read on?
But wait on the Lord. What the Lord say? But wait on the Lord. And he shall save thee.
He what?
And he shall save
The
thee.
Lord will save you, man. He's got to have some patience, man. And that's what we patiently waiting for, man. Right? Read this, King.
The book of Tobit, chapter 14 and verse 15. Bring it out. But before he died, he heard of the destruction of Nineveh.
Right, so this man heard of the destruction of the empire that he was lived in captivity in, man. Right, of Nineveh. Right, it's like he was living in Chicago or living in Philly. Before he died, he heard of the destruction of this place. And let's see what happened.
He heard of the destruction of Nineveh, which was taken by Nebuchadnezzar in Ahasuerus.
Right.
And before his death, he rejoiced.
No, he was sad.
He rejoiced.
Oh, dang it.
He rejoiced.
Right?
Over Nineveh.
Over what?
Over Nineveh.
Hey, the man didn't say, oh, dang it, man. He rejoiced over Nineveh, man.
Right.
He said, Nineveh destroyed.
Right.
He said, and I can call Allah like Yahweh Shimei Shas.
Right.
And he said, damn. And he went, and he passed away, man. He rejoiced. He had a grin on his face when he passed away, man.
Yeah.
And when this place goes low, I get to see it before I die, man. Right? And that's the spirit we gotta be in, man. But you got a precept? Can I read this?
This is Baruch 4:25.
Yeah.
My children, suffer patiently.
What the Lord say?
Suffer patiently.
Right.
The wrath that has come upon you from God. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly.
But what?
But
It's
shortly.
gonna take too long.
But shortly,
Right.
thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
Shall tread upon his neck, man. Imagine laying down, somebody walking all over your neck, man. Right? Hey, didn't Joshua do that, man? Walked on their neck. He had the neck of their enemies, man. He said, hey, cut up. Yeah, he said, hey, called a king. He said, step on his neck, man. If brothers can find that priest, I think it's 10:24. Love that. Throw out him, king. And that's why you got brothers. Right? Read this, King. Joshua 10:24, Bible Kashar.
It's the, you gotta go again.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 10 and verse 24. And it came to pass.
We need you on this side. I just want to say, we need you on this side, man. What's the friends on, man? You gotta be over here, brother. Read this.
And it came to pass, when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war.
Right, so hey, Joshua just got done doing his thing against these kings, man. These are tough. These are not just regular men. These are kings, man. Right, bound hand and foot, standing before all the captains of our people, man. Read on.
And said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks. Put your feet upon the neck of these kings.
Of these what? Of these kings. Don't you know who he is, man? We put our feet on the neck of kings, man. Read on. The Rothschilds will have our feet on their neck, man. Right? Read on.
And they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. And Joshua said unto them, fear not, nor be dismayed. Be strong and of good courage. For thus shall the Lord do to all your enemies.
Do what?
Do to all your enemies against whom ye fight.
Against whom we fight, man. And that's what we waiting for. And there's more on that. Read on.
And afterward, and what? And afterward.
Damn, there's more. All right, the Lord said after we step on their neck, he said afterward, what we gonna do?
Joshua smote them and slew them and hanged them on 5 trees.
Thought they was gonna get some mercy. Yeah, we done with you. I'm sorry, man. We ain't really need to do that. Right, y'all can go about your way. He said, no, we're gonna step on your neck. Are you good? All right, kill him. Right, that's what he said, man. Slew them. No mercy, right? You know?
And they were hanging upon the trees until the evening.
That's a nasty death to be hung, man. Right, you doing all of that, man. Right, and the Judites, the captains laughing, sipping yan, right, enjoying their new spoils, man. Right, watching them die to their death. And the Lord said, wait patiently, man, because that's going to surely happen. Read this, King.
And it's the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things, the Lord said, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue.
Right, the Lord thought, he said, there's 9 things that make me happy. He said, but this one right here, I just got to speak it. Read on.
Amen. The joy of his children. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And he that what? And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
The Lord said, I love it when a man sees the fall of his enemy.
That's right.
The Lord, go to Isaiah 43:13. The Lord said, I love when my servants watch me work, man. Watch me do my thing, man. Watch me send my angels down and perform, man. What the Lord said in Isaiah 43:13?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 13.
Bring it up.
Yeah. Before the day was I am he. And there is none that can deliver out of my hand.
What the Lord say?
And there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work.
What the Lord say?
I will work.
Read it again.
I will work.
The Lord said, I'm gonna work.
That's
man.
right.
Read on.
And who shall let it?
And what the Lord say?
And who shall let it?
Who the hell gonna stop me from doing my damage, man? Who gonna stop me from getting into the end zone, man? There ain't nobody gonna get in my way, man. These kings will have next one for my service, man. Go to Ezekiel 25 and verse 12, man. The Lord said, watch me work, man. I will work, man. Right? Nobody's gonna deliver out of the Lord's hand in these last days, man. Read
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 12.
Bring it up.
Thus saith the Lord God.
Thus saith me.
Thus saith the Lord God. Because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah.
And the Lord made him manifest, man. I love the Lord, man. You gotta think, the Lord had him walk past, man, for an example. Right? For those that don't know who Edom is, there are these people right here. Right, read on.
Because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended.
And did what?
And had greatly offended.
They offended the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, man. Damn, read on.
And revenge.
Imagine going to your courtroom and you going for a sentence and you offend the judge that's about to decide if you're getting 20 years or not. Yeah, read on.
And revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom.
The Lord said,
I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom.
He's gonna stretch out his hand, he's gonna give him a whooping, man. Read on.
and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
So the so-called white man gonna have his vengeance, man, by the Most High. But how is he gonna do it? You know?
By the hand of my people, Israel.
Their future judgment is an Israelite. A black Hispanic and Native American is gonna kill him in the day that the Lord comes back, man. And you always have our own people that scoff against us, man. Right? That's madness, man. Read on.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance.
And they shall what?
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God.
Saith the Lord God. Go to Isaiah chapter 17 and verse 7, man. Right? Go to the book of Amos chapter 4 and verse 12, Baba Kushah. Right? Go to the book of Hosea chapter 9 and verse 7. What you got? Come on, read that.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
What the Lord say?
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
The saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom. Who are the saints? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, man.
That's right.
Right? Once this empire is done ruling like the Roman Empire, a new people are going to step in. They think, when the so-called white man says the end of the world, they think it's going to be the end of the earth, man.
Right.
No, somebody else stepping up on the world stage,
That's
man.
right.
It ain't going to be Russia, man.
That's right.
It's going to be the Israelites, man. Right, we on?
And possess the kingdom forever.
How long?
Forever. Even forever and ever.
Right, even for what?
Even forever and ever.
Even forever and ever. What did I tell you again? What did I tell you again, King? Isaiah, read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 17 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
At that day shall a man look to his mate.
What the Lord say?
And that day shall a man look to his mate.
And the Lord's going to make all these enemies submit to him before his face, man. And they're going to look before the Most High. Right, we know about force. We know?
And his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel.
Right now to Allah.
And his eyes shall have respect unto the Holy One of Israel.
They're not going to have respect to white Jesus anymore, man.
That's right.
It's going to be to the Holy One of Israel. And it's going to be an Israelite behind the heathen, put his hand behind his head, making him look up, man. Right? Look, open your eyes now, boy. Right? Making them look up to the Holy One of Israel, man.
That's right.
And they will have respect to the Most High. And therefore, what the Lord said, read this, King.
And this is the book of This is the book of Hosea chapter 9 and verse 7. The days of visitation are come.
What the Lord say?
The days of visitation are come.
Say about Moab.
The days of visitation are come. The days of recompense are come.
Right.
Israel shall know it.
Who gonna know it?
Israel shall know it.
Right? Israel gonna know it, man.
Right.
Y'all gonna know your God and your Father's coming back, whether y'all want to be deceived or not. Right on?
The prophet is a fool.
Right.
The spiritual man is mad.
The spiritual man is crazy, man, in America, man. Right? Read this, King.
And it's the book of Amos, chapter 4, verse 12. Read it out. Therefore, thus will I do unto thee,
Right.
O Israel.
Right.
And because I will do this unto thee.
And because famine is brewing right now, man. You got Walmart shutting down all over the earth, man. Earthquakes are killing 23,000 people, man. You know, wildfires in Chile and in California right now, man. Hey, guess what? There's balloons being sent across America,
Right.
man. Sparking fears across the country,
Right.
man. Cybersecurity is being shut down,
Right.
man. Synagogues being there, hey, and then Walmart's being shut up, man.
Bring it out.
And they trying to blame the children of Israel, man.
Right.
So what the Lord say?
Prepare to meet thy God.
The Lord say?
Prepare to meet thy God. Prepare to meet thy
And
God.
the Lord said that blessed, especially in their men, are prepared to meet the Lord. You know?
O Israel. O Israel.
Bless.
O Israel.
Hispanics.
O Israel.
Native Americans.
O Israel.
With that, say, come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Pass it to the next and mighty powerful speaker that speaks better than me. All praise to Yahweh. My Hashem, my Mashiach, my Yahshua. Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Come Yahshua.
Praise to the Most High. That brother spoke mighty in the spirit. Get that brother in here, man. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Right, and we're the Hebrew Israelites. We're out here to teach the Bible, teach the true understanding of the Most High, and give out true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
That's right.
All right, give me Sirach 27:6. Somebody give me
I'm there.
Give me Sirach 27:6. Give me Matthew 7. Go to verse 16. Read what you got, King.
And it's the book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 6. The fruit declareth if the tree have been, if the tree have been dressed.
Say that again.
The fruit declareth if the tree have been dressed.
Right, so the fruit declares if a tree has been dressed. Right, if you plant an apple tree and you looking for it to bring forth apples, and it brings forth these fruits, is then shriveled up like raisins, what do you want to think? You want to think that tree wasn't taken care of? Read that one more time, King.
And it's the book of Sirach, chapter 27, verse 6.
Read.
The fruit declared if the tree has been dressed.
Right, meaning same thing with man. Your fruit or your actions or what you put forth or what you produce declares if you're taking care of yourself.
Right.
It declares if the Most High in His Spirit is dealing with you.
Right.
That's how you know a man is by his fruits.
Right.
It's not by how he dresses. It don't matter. He might have the fringes on. He might be keeping the Sabbath day. Right? He might have the long garment. Right? But the fruit, what he produces, that declares that the Most High in the Spirit of the Most High is actually dealing with that man. Right? Give me Matthew 7 to verse 16.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 16. Bring it out. Ye shall know them by their fruit.
The Lord say,
Ye shall know them by their fruit.
and you're going to know a man by his fruits. You're going to know a man if he's in the scriptures or not. Why? Based on how he acts. Because the Most High, he has the whole blueprint on how man should act according to the scriptures. Right? A man, if he's freaking off being an adulterer, you're going to know him by his fruit. If the man is being a damn lion in his household, you're going to know him by his fruit. You're going to know him by how he acts and how how he maintains himself. Right? Real.
Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistle?
Right. Are you gonna look for fruit and grapes in a thorn tree, in a thorn bush? No, you're gonna go to a tree, a good tree, to see where the fruit is at. You're not gonna go. Give me first chapter, Salakia, Psalms first chapter. Right, even the Most High said, a man that's a righteous man that brings forth righteous fruit, he's gonna be through by the waters. Right, give me that. Give me Job 22 and verse 14. What you got? Because man in the Bible, he's likened unto a tree. Read.
This book Psalms chapter 1 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners.
Right, so a man that's actually bringing forth righteous fruit, he's not going to be standing in the way of sinners. You're not going to see him amongst sinners. Right? You're going to see him with righteous men. Read.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
And a man that's going to be putting forth righteous fruit and good fruit, his delight, you're going to be seeing him keeping the law. You're going to see him meditate on the scriptures day and night. Read.
And in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
And a man, a good tree, it's going to be, you're going to see it being planted by the waters, by the river. You're not going to see a good tree by a sewage dump. No, and that tree's not going to, it's not going to produce good fruit. Why? Because it's not by living water. The Most High, his trees of righteousness, they're going to be by living waters, meaning what? They're going to be by his word. Read.
That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither.
What's that leaf? Talking about your understanding. Like your understanding is not going to wither. You're going to have the answers that are according to the scriptures to give to man. Like read on.
And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
And whatever you do according to the scriptures, it's going to prosper, right? Because that's how the Most High set it up. Even Job said it, right? Give me Job 22. Go to verse 14.
Chapter 22, verse 29 to 14. Job chapter 29, verse 14. And it reads, I put on righteousness. I put on righteousness. And it clothed me.
Right, and you read Job. Job, even in the beginning of Job, it said he was a perfect man. So Job, he was doing everything according to the Most High, through the Spirit of the Most High. Right, read.
My judgment was as a robe and a diadem. Verse 15. I was eye to the blind, and feet I to the lame. I was a father to the poor. I was a father to the poor.
And this is what a righteous man that brings forth good fruit. This is the things that he would do. He was eyes to the blind. That's what we're out here doing through the Spirit of the Most High. Right, all the men through the four corners of the earth were being eyes to the blind. Right, we're being feet to the lame. You know.
And the cause which I knew I searched out. I break the jaw of the wicked. I break the jaws of the wicked. I break the jaws of the wicked.
Job was out here breaking the jaw of the wicked, meaning what? Bringing righteous judgment to the wicked. Read.
And pluck the spoil out of his teeth. Then I said, I shall die in my nest.
and I shall multiply my days as the sand.
Here's the point.
My root is spread out by the waters.
Job said,
My root is spread out by the waters.
Job said his fruit was spread out by the waters, meaning what? He was by the word of the Most High. That's what he was planted in. That's where his foundation was at, was in the scriptures, was in the word of the Most High. He was in the Proverbs. He was in the Psalms, reading these things so what? He could get understanding of the Most High. Right, go back to Matthew. Start at the top. Who's got?
Matthew.
Black man kill a black man. Speak about that.
Hey sister, let's talk about the Eagles. Sister, you don't like the Eagles?
I like not black problem, black problem.
All right, well, let's talk about black crime then, sister. Let's talk about it, sister. See, our people, they have all the answers, but they don't have any answers. They talk about, let's talk about black on black crime. Well, the Most High got the answers.
Right.
The Most High he has the blueprint written out in the scriptures, but our people, they don't want to attain the wise counsel. What you got, King?
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
So you're not going to go to a thorn tree to try to get an apple. But what sense would that make? Same thing for men. You're not going to go to a man, a wicked man for good fruit. Like, give me that First Samuel 24 and verse 13. And give me Proverbs 20 and verse 11. Like, give me Proverbs 20 and 11 first.
It is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 11. Even a child. Even a what? Even a child. Even a child.
Even a child, read.
Is known by his doing.
Right, so a child, you even know a child. You know a baby kid when you see one. Right, you know a bad kid when you know a bad kid when you see it. Right, even a child is going to be known by what? His actions, what he produces, his fruit. That's what the fruit is talking about. What are your characteristics? What are you bringing forth as a man on this earth? Are you just being wicked, or are you doing things according to what the Most High said? Right, give me that 1 Samuel 24 and verse 13.
1 Samuel chapter 24 and verse 13.
Hey brother with the skull cap, you got 5 minutes, King? What's your nationality, brother?
I'm black. Just like
You black? Well, your coach black. Your coach black. So how you black, brother? Give me 5 minutes, brother. We can show you something different. We gonna show, yeah, we got the gospel, brother.
Come on.
What'd you say, brother? What's that got to do? What does that have to do with anything? You don't know you still calling yourself black. What is being stationed over? What has that gotten you? Being stationed overseas with the white man's army. What has that gotten you? Being black. That's what it's gotten you.
Right.
What you got, brother?
1 Samuel 24 and verse 13.
We know.
As saith the proverb of the ancient.
Right, and this is a wise saying of our ancient men. What did the proverb say?
Wickedness proceedeth from the wicked.
What did the Lord say?
Wickedness proceeded from the wicked.
Hey brother with the olive green on, with the Nike bag. Let me holler at you. 5 minutes, brother. I know you got time, brother. Look how slow you walking, brother. Brother, give me 5 minutes. Read that again, kid.
Verse 13. As saith the proverb of the ancient, wickedness proceeded from the wicked.
Wickedness is always going to proceed. No matter what the wicked does, hey, they're always going to produce wickedness on the earth. That's how we know who Esau is. The Most High said Esau is the border of wickedness. No other man on earth produces more wickedness than the so-called white man. That's how we know that wickedness proceeded. That's how we could tell who a wicked man is. Because they're always going to produce wickedness. You're going to know a righteous man. Why? Because he's going to try to always produce righteousness. Hey, brother with the hat. Hey, brother with the hat, with the Ford racing hat. Hey, you believe in the Bible, King? Give me 5 with the cigarette, brother. Put that cigarette out, brother. Like, hey, brother. Go back to Matthew, chapter 7. And somebody give me Luke 6 and 43. Hey, sister, you believe in the Bible? You got 5 minutes to talk about it. We look for 5 minutes. 1 minute. All we need is 1 minute. Get the verse of the day. Read on.
Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Right, and every good tree, every good righteous man, if you're the elect of the Most High, you're going to be bringing forth righteous fruit. You're going to be bringing forth good, juicy fruit. Read.
But a corrupt tree,
But a what?
But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
Read.
A good tree cannot bringeth forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Read.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast in the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them.
So you're gonna know, man, if the Most High is dealing with him, not by how long his fringes are, like not how long his garment is, but what? By the fruit he produces. Like, give me Luke, chapter 6. Hey, brother with the red coat, y'all got 5 minutes real quick? Let me tell y'all 2 minutes, bro. Brother, you don't got a line to us, brother.
Ain't no line.
All right, well, give us 5 minutes. We ain't gonna take long, brother. Give us 2 verses. 2 verses real quick. Give me Luke 6:43.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 43. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth
Hey, brother with the Gucci bag. You got 5 minutes for us real quick, King. What's your nationality? Real quick. Real quick, brother. Hey, brother, too cool. He got the Gucci bag on. He got the, is that Montclair? Got a Tommy Hilfiger jacket. Brother got it made. It's too cool for the Most High. Hey, brother. What's going, King?
It's like, I watch y'all videos every day.
Yeah.
And to see y'all call out our people who come to the word and walk by and everything like that, it's like to actually see this in person is like
Yeah.
it's really sad.
It's sad, but give me Matthew. Give me 10 and verse 27. No, John 10 and 27. Right, and give me okay, give me Matthew 13 and 13. But it's written. Because the Most High, he's not dealing with everyone. We just got to come out here and we have to try to seal who the Most High is calling. Right, because not everybody's called. Right, read.
It's the book of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice. My sheep hear my voice. And I know them, and they follow me.
See that? So the Most High, give me Revelation 14, go to verse 1. So the Most High said his sheep hear his voice. Whoever the Most High, whoever he's chosen, because the Most High deals with predestination. Whoever the Most High has chosen from the foundation of the earth, they're the ones that's going to get this word. All the other people, they're destined for destruction, and that's what it is what it is. You understand? Read Matthew 13 to verse 13. What else I call? Give Revelation. Give me Revelation.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion. What? On the Mount Zion.
The lamb talking about Yahweh Shai, he said he stood on the Mount Zion, read.
And with him 144,000. What? 144,000. Having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Right. And these are the men that are going to be the top chief men in the kingdom of heaven. The ruling government of the kingdom of heaven, they're going to be the 144,000. Right. Right. They're going to have that knowledge sealed up with them in their forehead. Right. Read on.
And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters in their hearts. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women.
What does that mean that these are those that weren't defiled with women? It doesn't mean they were virgins. Spiritually they're virgins. Meaning what? They didn't get down with all these philosophies and doctrines which are likened to women and harlots. Read on.
For they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
So the people that's going to be chosen and be elect, they're going to follow the Most High. They're going to follow Yahweh Shai whithersoever he goeth. Meaning whatever's going on in the earth, whatever's happening with man, give me that Luke. Matter of fact, give me Matthew 4 and 18. Whatever's going on in their life, they're going to follow the Most High. They're going to do what they... You said what?
Like pretty much saying you see him, you see us.
Right, exactly. Right. They're gonna hear this word. Right. It says that I'm pretty sure that's it might be James or First John. It talks about they don't hear us because they're of the world. We're not of the world. Right. If we were of the world would hear us.
I got it.
You got it? Read that.
And this is First John chapter 4 and verse 5.
They are of the world. They are of the world. They are of the world.
The Lord said they are of the world. Read.
Therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them, and the world heareth them.
Right, so if we were out here like we said last night, we had a brother up here, he wanted to talk about the damn Eagles. Right. He wanted to talk about the Super Bowl. Right. But when we wanted to dig into the scriptures, he walked away. Right. So read that again, King.
This is the book of First John, chapter 4, verse 5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them.
If we were up here talking about taking shots and getting lit, right, and rolling blunts, right, and all manner types of folly, hey, the world would hear us.
Right.
Read.
We are of Yahweh.
The Lord said,
We are of Yahweh. We are of Yahweh.
Where are the Most High God Yahweh? Read.
That's right.
He that knoweth Yahweh hear of us.
See that? It said, he that knoweth the Most High, they hear us. Read.
And he that heareth not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby we know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
Right, and a lot of these people, they got the spirit of error. They err in the knowledge of the scriptures.
Right.
They err in the knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
That's why they don't hear us. Wait, what else did I have, King? Yeah, give me Matthew 13 and 13. Give me Matthew 4 and 18 first.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 18.
Bring it up.
And Yahushua, walking by the sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother.
Right, and this is when Yahushua, he was about to start his mission. He walked by the Sea of Galilee and he seen Simon and Simon Peter, and who else did he see, King?
And Andrew his brother,
Peter and Andrew, read.
casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers.
Right, and they were fishermen. They were on the job. They were on duty. They was clocked in. Meaning what? They had things in the world that they had to do. Like they was just like us. They were in the flesh just like we are. Like we might have things we had to do, but certain brothers, they was in college. Certain brothers, they might have been trying to go get a business and things of that nature. Right, same with the disciples. They was men just like us, you know.
And he said unto them, follow me.
What did they say?
Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Right, and he said to them, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Read.
And they straightway left their nets and followed him.
No, they said I got something to do.
And they straightway left their nets and followed him.
See that? He said they straightway left their nets and they followed. They didn't have to think about it. They didn't have to say, oh, let me go bury the dead, like the one brother said in Matthew. They didn't have to do all that. They said, as soon as they heard Yahushua and they see him, they dropped their nets and they followed the Most High.
Right.
Why? Because it was programmed in them to follow him from the beginning of the world. Right, give me that Ephesians 1 and 4.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Yeah.
And it reads, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
For what?
Before the foundation of the world.
See that? The elect, they were chosen from the foundation of the world. So the elect is out here. The 1/3, the 144,000, they out here somewhere. We just have to do our diligence to what? To find them and to seal them and make our calling of election sure. Read.
That we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
See that? So give me Matthew 13 and 13. So the elect is out here. It's not everybody. It's give me Zephaniah. Give me 13. I mean, not Zephaniah. Zechariah 13, verse 9.
And it's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and
So
die.
the Lord said 2 parts are the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. 2 parts, meaning 2/3. Read.
But the third, that in all the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
What?
Shall be cut off and die.
2/3 of these people on this sign. What's the sign at? 2/3 of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, Negroid and Indian descent, they got to get put to death in these last days. There's no hope for them. The Most High, that's how he has it set up. Like we're just playing out a damn script right now. Like we read, the Most High, he chose a certain amount of men and women and children from the foundation of the world. So the Lord said 2/3 shall be cut off and die. Read.
Reading on, verse 9. So I can read on, verse 8. But the third shall be left therein. But the third shall be left therein.
Right, so 1/3 of our people, they're going to be left. The Lord is only dealing with a remnant of our people, right? And the rest of our people, if they don't get it, they don't get it. Like, give me that, Isaiah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel,
What?
that the remnant of
See
Israel,
that? The remnant of Israel. Give me Jeremiah 3 and verse 14. Read.
that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped out of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote
What does
them.
that mean? The remnant shall no more stay upon him that smote him. Stay means they're not going to trust in him, meaning lean upon him. No, we're not going to lean. We're not going to trust in the system. We're not going to trust in the Most High. We're not going to trust in the beast. All these people, you see all people out here walking, they trust in the white man more than they do the Most High. But what? We're not going to stay and we're not going to trust in a nation that cannot save us, like it says in Lamentations of the 4th chapter, in the 17th verse. Right, read.
Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord. But shall stay upon the Lord.
So the remnant, the elect, they're going to stay and they're going to trust in the Most High. Read.
The Holy One of Israel in truth. The remnant shall return. Even the remnant shall return.
Everybody.
The remnant shall return.
All 3 parts.
The remnant shall return.
It says the remnant
even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea.
And whereas the sand of the sea, right? You got Ephraim's name literally means fruitful, a fruitful bow. Oh, you got our people, we just popping babies out. We're a fruitful people. We have a lot of people on earth. Right? Even each tribe makes up a whole nation right now. Right? The Haitians, they got their own land. The Puerto Ricans, they make up their own people. The Cubans, they make up their own people right now. We have so many people, we're so fruitful, but only what? 1/3 of these people is going to be saved. The Lord said, whereas the sand of the sea, read,
Yet a remnant of them shall return.
what the Lord said?
Yet a remnant of them shall return.
Only a remnant of us is going to return. It's only a remnant. Give me that Jeremiah 3:14 real
Look
quick.
at Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 14. And it reads, Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city. And I will take you one of a city. And I will take you one of a city.
He said one of a city. You know how many people inhabit Philadelphia right now? Philadelphia is, I think it's the 3rd biggest major city in America. You got Chicago, I think you got LA, and I think, or New York or something like that. But Philadelphia is in the top 5. It said, I will take you one of a city, read.
And 2 of a family.
What?
And 2 of a family.
2 of a family. You probably got 1,000 brothers and sisters of so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. But what? The Lord said 2 of a family, read.
And I will bring you to Zion. And I will bring you to Zion.
Only a certain amount of people is going to return to the Most High. The Most High is only going to save a certain amount of our people. So what? You got precept? What you got, King?
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 41. For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground and planteth many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up, neither doeth all that is planted take root. Even so it is of them that are sown in the world. They shall not all be saved. They shall not all be
You
saved.
see that? Even you plant 1 billion seeds, but not all the plants grow. Same thing with man. Man is sown in the earth, but not all. Go to 2nd Esdras 9 and verse. Go to 15. Not all man is going to be saved. The Lord said in the beginning of that chapter, there are many made. The world. Go to the top. Verse 8 and verse 1. Yeah. Go to 1.
2nd Esdras chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made the world for many.
See that? The Lord said He made the world for many. This world, this age, right? You got many people, and the world hears them. You got a lot of people prospering in this world, right? The Lord said the world make this world for many. Read.
But the world to come for few.
What?
But the world to come for few.
And the world to come is for few. It's not a lot of. It's not. You read in the 7th chapter of this 2nd Esdras. Just get it. I don't like paraphrasing. Go to verse 6.
2nd Esdras chapter 7 and verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is building. A city is building.
This city is talking about the kingdom of heaven, New Jerusalem, right? It says a city is built. Read.
And set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow. The entrance thereof is narrow.
And the entrance of this city to get into the kingdom of heaven is narrow. If everybody could get in the kingdom of heaven, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If everybody be walking this path, if everybody could get into the kingdom of heaven. But what? The Lord said the entrance thereof, they're narrow. Read.
And is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once.
You see that? It said the path to walk is between fire and water, and it's so small only one can go at a time. Meaning what? It's not going to be a lot of people walking that path. So what? It's only a certain amount of people that's predestined and programmed to get this knowledge, to get this understanding, and to get the kingdom of heaven. Like go to 2nd Esdras. Give me 9.
It is the 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 15. And now do speak and will speak it here, so I can also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
See that? It said, the Lord said shall be many more that perish than those that are going to be saved. Right. That's 2,000. That's a lot of people right there. Right. The Lord, even all the people on the earth, the Lord said He has angels appointed for a day and for a time to slay the third part of men. Right. You know?
Like as a wave is greater than a drop. What the Lord said? Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Right. The same way a wave is way bigger than the drop, that's the same way man that's going to be destroyed is bigger than man that's going to be saved. Read.
And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the seed. Right, read. As the flowers be, such are the colors also.
See that? So all these things are way bigger than the thing that is being compared to. Why? Because man that's going to be destroyed by the Most High is way bigger than man that's going to be saved by the Most High. Right. Go to verse 20, King.
Verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, that was perilled because of the devices that were coming to it.
Right. And he said he beheld the world, and it's in peril right now. Why? Because of the devices that man has brought into it. All the homosexuality and the adultery and the wickedness. Right? That's why the earth is in peril. You know?
And I saw and spared it greatly. And have kept me a grape of the cluster. What? A grape of the cluster.
Right, so out of the whole cluster, the Lord, He's only keeping a grape. Read.
In a plant of a great people. In a what? In a plant of a great people. Read. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. What? Which was born in vain. Which was born in vain.
Right, so there's people on this earth right now that were what? That were born in vain. That were made to be destroyed. That were created just for, didn't the Lord say in Proverbs, didn't He say, give me Proverbs 16 and verse 4. Give me Proverbs 16 and verse 4. The Lord, that's how the Lord gets down. The Lord, He creates people just to destroy them. Didn't the Lord say in Romans, the 9th chapter, that He created Pharaoh just to show His power in him? Right. Somebody give me that in Romans, the 9th chapter. Read what you got.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse number 15. For He said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So that it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Right, so the Lord, you're familiar with Pharaoh in the Exodus, in Egypt. The Lord, He made Pharaoh so great and so powerful just to show His power in Pharaoh. Just so men can say, oh, the Most High, He destroyed Pharaoh, can't nobody come up against the Most High. That's how the Most High magnifies His name, is how destroying kingdoms, you know?
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
See that? So the Most High, when He destroyed Pharaoh, His name was declared in all the earth. That's how the Most High gets His glory. Read on.
Therefore hath He mercy on whom He will have mercy.
Right, give me that in Proverbs, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for Himself.
It said the Lord hath made all things for Himself. Read.
Yeah, even the wicked. Even the what? Even the wicked. Even the wicked.
It said even the wicked. Even the wicked of all people, the 2/3, all the other nations. The Lord said, read that again from the top, brother.
The Lord hath made all things for Himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, so the Lord, He specifically made the wicked for the day of evil. Just for Him to get His name, just for Him to get His glory, the Most High, He made the wicked to be destroyed. That's how the Most High is going to get His name in these last days. It's by destroying the wicked and saving the righteous. Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon 15 and verse 7.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 7. Read it. For the potter tempering soft earth.
Right, and the Lord, He is the potter. Can't nobody say, oh, why did the Most High make me like this? Why did the Most High make the wicked just to be destroyed? The Most High do what He want to do. Right, the Lord said He's the potter. It says the potter tempering. Read that again for the top.
The potter tempering soft earth, fashion every vessel with much labor.
Right, so a potter, you know what a potter is. They make clay vessels, and they might make things of clay. So the potter, he tempers soft earth. That's what the Most High did. We're soft earth. We're just dust and ashes. Right, the Most High is the potter. So read again from the top one more time, King.
For the potter tempering soft earth, fashion every vessel with much labor for our service. Yeah, of the same clay he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean use
and likewise also all such as serve to the contrary.
Right. So even a potter, hey, he might make a trash can. He might make something to pick up dung with, or he might make something for clean uses. He might hold your water in it. He might hold your oil in it. But the pot is it's the same clay. It's the same earth. But what the potter, he made it for different services and different purposes. That's the same thing with the Most High. He made us. Well, not I don't want to say us. He made the righteous and he made the wicked for two different purposes. We don't.
But what is the use of either sort?
I said, what is the use of either sort? Whatever they're supposed to be used for, read.
The potter himself is the judge. The potter himself is the judge.
The Most High, he's the judge of that. The Most High, he determines what man on earth is to be used for. So the Most High, he created the wicked to be destroyed, and he created the righteous to be delivered. That's what the Most High is getting down with in these last days. And man can't stand up to that. Right, man can't say, why did the Most High make me like that? Hey, brothers, I got 5 minutes real quick. 5 minutes, real quick. Let's talk about it's a Philly thing. What's your nationality, Kings? You too, brother. What's your nationality? What's our heritage as a people? Black people. African American.
Somebody told me that it was Hebrew.
Hebrew? Okay, somebody told you that. All right. Get somewhere.
I don't know mine's from.
Well, brother, we're going to tell you right now, whoever you heard that from, they telling you the right thing, brother. They didn't lead you astray. Right? We're, as a people, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we're the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
Right, we're the Israelites according to the Bible, according to the Most High. Right, we're calling ourselves, what would you call yourself if you were to say, if I was to ask you what your nationality is? What is as a people, what is our heritage? Do you know what a heritage is? What's the heritage, brother?
It's like
Where we come from, right. What we do, coach, right, exactly. What would you say that is?
I mean, me personally, I don't really know.
Right. Well, as a people, we don't know. Our people think our culture is a strip club and shaking ass and rolling backwards. What is our people? What did they say? There was a school that in the beginning of Black History Month, and for lunch they served fried chicken and watermelon. Is our culture fried chicken and watermelon? Chicken and waffles, watermelon, and they probably had grape soda. Is that as a people, is that our culture? No. We're out to show our people that we're greater. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. We're greater than just fried chicken and waffles and grape soda and just being niggas and what else? Spicks and demons like our people want to be. No, just thugs. No, we're God's chosen people. Have you ever heard that? You know God has chosen people on this earth. Okay. All right, we're going to show you throughout the scriptures because the scriptures is our real history. This Black History Month, this is a farce. It's a scam. They tell you we came over here in 1619, and before that we just kind of popped on them boats. No, we was here before that, brother. We had kingdoms, we had castles, we had kings, we had crowns, we had thrones, scepters. All these things, they belong to us on the earth, just like the brother was going into. And we're here to show you that and show our people that. Why? Because our people have been stripped of that knowledge. But all the other nations on the earth, they came together and spent all their money to hide from you who you truly are on this earth. Read what you got, brother. Deuteronomy 7:6. Whoever got it.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Lord said that the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans were a holy people. We're set apart. Right? No other nation on the earth is like us. Would you say that? No, nobody's like us. We're stronger. We're better. Right? That's what the Lord's going to say. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
What?
Hath chosen thee.
So the Lord chose us. Meaning out of all the nations on the earth. Where's the nations chart at? Oh, right here. Out of all the nations on the earth, you got the white man, the East Indian, you got the Chinese man, you got the Syrian man, the African man. Out of all the people on the earth, the Most High chose the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. To be a special people unto himself.
And like we were saying, who's better than us in anything we do, brother? What y'all like to do? Play sports. All right, well, we got the Super Bowl tomorrow, right? What nation of people makes up football? Black people. What do you like to do, brother? You play volleyball? All right, volleyball, I don't really know too much about volleyball, but our people are the most athletic people on the earth, would you say?
Our people dress the best. Don't every other nation want to try to be like us? What about the Chinese men? They wearing designer like we wear. They doing all the dances we do. We make all the dances on earth. All the TikTok dances and all that, but they give credit to the white man. Why do we set all the trends on the earth? I bet you it's a lot of white boys that's wearing humble right now. Why? Because we're wearing that first. The Lord said we're a special people unto himself, read.
Above all people. Lord say above all people. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, so the Lord said we're above all people that's upon the face of the earth. Out of all the people, the Chinese man, the African man, the white man, we're better than all these people on earth. We're stronger than them. What if the white man just came up and punched you in the mouth? What you gonna do, brother? You gonna let it slide? No, you're not. What if a Chinese man just came and you was in the grocery line, he just pushed you and said move? What you gonna do, brother? Well, can he take you if you did? If you swung on him, can he take you? No, he couldn't. Why? Because we're the Most High's special people. We're the top people on the face of the earth. And we're here to tell our people that we're living. How do we live? Y'all live in Philadelphia? How do we live in Philly? The so-called black men. Are we living like we're the top nation on earth? Like we above all nations? No, we in poverty. We killing each other over sneakers. Got the highest murder rate here in Philadelphia. Why are we living like this? You can go to the hood right now, our people are dress fly, but they don't got no car. Our people are dress fly, but they don't got no house. They're living on Section 8. Why is that? Why are we such a great people, but the white man was able to get tens of millions of us on a slave ship to come over here and serve slavery? Is it because we agreed to it? We said, oh yeah, white man, I want to serve you now. No, we're here to show our people why all these things happen to our people. Why we have to serve the white man? Why he was able to beat on our back? Even though, how many people may be on the plantation? Maybe 100, and there's one master. And everybody on the plantation is scared of master. We're here to show you these things and why all these things happen to our people and how we're going to be able to be delivered from this. Like, give me Deuteronomy 11 and verse 26.
Yeah, precept.
What you got, King?
Isaiah 42 and 24.
Okay, Con, yeah, bring that up. Y'all listen to this, brothers. We're here to show y'all that being God's chosen people, the Most High did these things to us. It's not anything of man. The white man might have put us in slavery, but the Most High, he sanctioned the white man to put us in slavery. He allowed the white man to put us in slavery. He gave the white man power to put us in slavery because we didn't listen to his voice. What you got, King?
That's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Right, and we're Israel. We're out here to tell you that we're the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Right? He said, who gave Israel to the robbers? Who allowed the children of Israel to be robbed, to be pillaged, to be spoiled? He's going to tell you, read.
Did not the Lord?
Did not who?
Did not the Lord?
Did not the white man?
Did not the Lord?
It said, did not the Lord, read?
He against whom we have sinned.
You see that? It said, he against whom we have sinned. Right, we broke the commandments of the Most High. Y'all familiar with Moses? Now, what did Moses do? Split the Red Sea. For why did he split the Red Sea? Just because?
No, so he could get through.
Because Pharaoh was coming to get him. Now, we're here to show you that Moses, he delivered us from slavery. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. And we were the people that walked with Moses through the Red Sea. Right, and we're the people that the Most High, y'all familiar with the Ten Commandments, I'm sure. You know the story of Moses, you know about the Ten Commandments. We're the people that the Most High gave his commandments to. And we're going to show you something. We made a contract with the Most High. What you got? Deuteronomy 11 and 26.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26.
Now let's go.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
What?
A blessing and a curse.
So the Most High said, he gave us the commandments, and he said, I'm going to set before you a blessing and a curse. Now, is a curse a good thing? Is a blessing a good thing? Right, so he gave us a blessing, a good thing, and a curse, a bad thing. He's going to tell you, read.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
And the Lord promised us that if we were to keep his commandments, we would be blessed and above all nations of the earth. You read about King Solomon. You know about King Solomon, right? Not too much. Well, we're going to tell you he was the richest king to ever live.
Right.
He was the wisest man to ever live. Right? You still got people naming his proverbs and his psalms to this very day. Why? Because he was so wise. He said he would put us above all nations if we would keep his commandments. But what would happen if we didn't?
Which I commanded you this day.
Read.
And a curse.
And a what?
And a curse.
And a curse. Read.
If ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I commanded you this day to go after other gods, which ye have not known.
So the Lord said, if we sin, and if we break the commandments of the Most High will put a curse on his people. Now, out of all the nations on the earth, this is how you determine who the Most High's chosen people is, because they're going to have these blessings or they're going to have these curses on them. Now, we're going to show you that our people, that how we're living in the cities, no matter where you go, Philadelphia, you go over the bridge, you go to Camden, you go across to LA, you go anywhere our people are at. It's not a coincidence why we're going through what we're going through. All these things, they're curses coming from the Most High himself. Right, give me Deuteronomy 28:45.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses, all these curses.
So it said all these curses, he didn't leave it up for just for you to guess. No, the Lord, he put the curses in the Bible 4,000 years ago so that you know who the children of Israel are. Read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments, and his statutes which he commanded thee.
So all these curses, he said they would take, they would be on the children of Israel because they didn't want to listen to his voice. You follow me? Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign. For a sign.
A sign gives you guidance. A sign shows you something. I know that's a scepter bus. Why? Well, how do I know that's a scepter bus? The sign. How do I know you got humble on? Because the sign. These signs, these curses are going to be signs, so you know who the children of Israel are, right?
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
16. So these curses, they're a sign for you to distinguish who the children of Israel are. Y'all follow me, right? All right, let's play a guessing game. Let's see who the Israelites are. Go to 16, King.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
What the Lord say?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now, what people are cursed in the city? Inner city, anywhere you go. Us. Well, in what ways are we cursed, brother? Kill each other. Right? Right. Exactly. The Lord said that the children of Israel, if you do not keep my commandments, you're going to be cursed in the city, and what else?
And cursed shall thou be in the field. And cursed shall thou be in the field.
In what way were our people, the so-called black, let's just go with the black man. How were we cursed in the field? Plantations. But y'all fire. Where's the plantations at? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let me do this thing. I have to buy a new joint. Just bought this one. Let me see it, Ken. This is how we were cursed on the plantation. You see that? But picking cotton. I really like that sign. This is the best one. Getting our back whipped in. You got yokes of iron. You got us being put on slave ships. Y'all ever heard of gator bait? They use our children to lure gators at the side of the river. Y'all ever heard of human leather? What do you think human leather is, brother? You said what? Yeah, exactly. They made clothes out of you, brother. They probably skinned you alive. Took your clothes, took your skin, and they was wearing it to the neck. That was their latest fashion, brother. That's their fashion. They was making human leather. The Lord said the Israelites would be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Right, give me 54.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
What people on this earth, like you just said, what are we doing in the city? Killing each other. So the Lord said that the Israelites, if they didn't keep the commandments, they would have an evil eye towards one another. What people have an evil eye towards one another? For no reason. Us. That's easy. That's plain. We don't.
And toward the